Hi, Scott. Thank you for sitting down today and discussing the Trilogy Veterans Club with me. First of all, can you tell us about the Trilogy Veterans Club? When did it begin and how many members are there today?
Well, the Veterans Club started in 2014, had 4 Trilogy residents that started the club. We're right now at 279 members of the club, all branches of the service, including Allied Forces. We have a German Army, and we also have a Canadian Army member in the club.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So who can be in the Veterans Club?
Got to be a resident of Trilogy, have to have a DD Form 214, and be honorably discharged from military service.
Wonderful. So what's the mission of the Veterans Club and what are its main goals?
Well, the mission of the club is to cultivate fellowship amongst fellow veterans, and the primary goal of the club is that we want to support military veterans in need or at risk here in the West Valley.
That's great. I know you guys do a lot of charity work throughout the valley. I've seen a lot of that. Your club does a lot to support those veterans in need, so can you talk to us about that support?
Sure can. We have a number of different, what I like is that we support male veterans, female veterans, military children, and also pets. Now, how we do that? So for the pets, we do what we call Operation Paws Out. It is in support of an organization called Dogs Day Out of Arizona. So once a year, they give us a wish list of what they need, and we will go out and purchase those items, whether it's dog treats, dog toys, carriers, leashes, those kinds of things. And that supports typically the homeless veteran that has a dog that he's trying to, or he or she's trying to take care of. The male veterans Manor House, Marine, Army, Navy, Air Force House is transitional housing for military veterans. About 54 beds are over there. And we do a program called Totes for Troops, in which, again, we get a list from Manor House of personal hygiene products, cleaning supplies, and some household items, and we will collect those from our membership, and we will deliver those down to Manor House. The children, that's our Toys for Tots that we do every year, and that's a great program for children that not going to have a great Christmas if it wasn't for Toys for Tots. And I'll just make a little note here, Trilogy residents are the most generous people that you'll run across, especially at Toys for Tots. If you come up and look at the Christmas tree at the Kiva Club, you'll be simply amazed at the number of toys that were there. And then for the female veterans, it's Veterans First Limited down in Phoenix. The CEO and founder there is Joan Cisco. She's a Marine. And we go down and do what we call Operation Holiday Help. We get a list of family members and their children, and then we go out and we purchase toys and gifts for them for the holiday season.
Wow, that's wonderful. And I agree with you about Toys for Tots. Whenever I go over to the Kiva Club at Christmas time, it is just crazy with all those gifts and bikes and everything else lining the billiards room and right around the tree and everything else. So we do have some wonderful people here. So to you, what is the most rewarding part of being a member of this club?
What really warms my heart is the fact that you have 279 military veterans who have served their country with honor and distinction, retired or now out of uniform, and they still want to serve. They still want to support that fellow veteran that's in need or at risk. And that just, to me, sometimes I scratch my head and I wonder why. But they are generous of their time, generous of their money, and they love supporting fellow veterans, especially those that are in need.
Wonderful. Well, I know it's coming up and the club does a Patriots Day, which is September 11th ceremony every year. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Patriot Day, as you know, the first plane hit the towers at 9:38 in the morning. So we're doing the ceremony at 9:30 out at the Kiva flagpole. Councilmember Bullock will be there. Fire Chief Gary Bernard, and this is just news coming across a few minutes ago. I just brokered a deal with the fire department. They will be part of the ceremony. They're going to bring over a fire engine and a rescue vehicle. The chief of the fire department will be there, Gary Bernard, and then we'll have a ceremony where we pay respects and remember that awful day on 9/11.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully we get a lot of people out there for that ceremony. So to wrap this up, is there anything else you'd like to share that we haven't covered?
I would just say with the number of members we have in the club. We know that there's between 150, 170 military veterans in Trilogy that are not members of the Veterans Club. And so I would just like to reach out to them and invite them to come to a club meeting, see what the Veterans Club is all about, and then hopefully they'll join us as we undertake our missions of helping veterans in need or at risk.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to tell the community about the Veterans Club. And in closing, I'd like to thank you and all of our Trilogy veterans for their service to the country.
Thank you, Jennifer. Very kind of you.
You're welcome.